Around 1998, Peugeot revolutionized the B segment of the car industry with a car named 206.
Peugeot 206.
Shall we talk about the design? Really, shall we? IKCO kept the 206 almost exactly the same as it was 30 years ago. A charming yet simple hatchback. Compact, dynamic, with swooping headlights, a small aggressive front grille, and curved body lines that makes it look more muscular without being bulky. The high-mounted taillights and the slightly sloped rear give the 206 a sense of motion, like it's always ready for a Paris-Dakar. In Iran, the Peugeot 206 comes in several versions, ranging from Type 1 to Type 6. Visually, they all look the same. The differences are mostly in the dashboard layout and the use of two different engines. Type 1 was the original model, imported directly from France and only available in the early years. Later in the video, we'll take a closer look at a few of these versions. And yes, I've got a surprise for you. In general, IKCO uses two engines in the 206 lineup. The TU5, a 1.6-liter 16-valve engine. We've talked about this one before. And the TU3, a 1.4-liter 8-valve engine from the same French engine family. The TU3 is known to be more practical, more reliable, and more fuel efficient than the TU5. It produces around 75 horsepower, not very powerful, but economical with slower depreciation. Fuel consumption for the TU3, which meets Euro 4 emission standard, is around 6 to 7 liters per 100 kilometer. Today I went to a part of town I had never been to before. I was on a mission to film a Peugeot 206 Type 2. This model runs on the TU3 engine. It's a popular choice in Iran, perfect for someone who wants a good-looking car but doesn't really care about revving the engine hard. The owner had installed a surprisingly good audio system in the trunk. Even though it's a hatchback, he managed to fit everything in that tiny space pretty well. You won't find any luxury options here. Everything is quite basic. As part of the 206 interior personality, there is a small clock on top of the dashboard. On the same screen, you get a door open indicator. On the Peugeot 206 Type 2, you get a manual air conditioning system. One cool feature of the 206 is the steering wheel mounted media control, located just behind the wheel. In this particular car, it wasn't working, probably because whoever installed the audio system didn't integrate it with the new player. And of course, the iconic white-faced speedometer gauges, which I really like. And as with most cars in Iran, the passenger airbag had been turned off. The logic behind this is always the same. In a minor city accident, they don't want the passenger airbag to deploy. Strange logic, isn't it? Later, I went to see a Type 3 206. Now here is the surprise I mentioned earlier. Three years ago, IKCO released a 206 with a panoramic roof. They produced it for only 1 year. At the time, I thought this was a big step toward modernization, until I saw this manual sliding cover. They clearly tried to keep costs as low as possible. The Type 3 also uses the TU3 engine. A minor difference in the dashboard is the addition of automatic climate control. 206 Type 4 and Type 6 were also sold for a few years. They both came with automatic transmission. Their difference was that 206 Type 4 did not have Tiptronic. However, they both used the TU5 engine. And finally, the most preferred version of the 206 in Iran is the Type 5. TU5 engine plus manual gearbox, a combination Iranians absolutely love. One of the most surprising weak points of the Peugeot 206 in Iran wasn't the engine or the electronics, it was actually the doors. Specifically the B-pillar side of the front door frame. For a while, certain professionals who were very active in the steel industry discovered that with just a little pressure on this section, the metal would bend outward easily. No noise, no effort, no tools. Let's just say their business was thriving. Soon, workshops began offering a special reinforcement piece. This long curved metal plate was designed to sit inside the door along the B-pillar. It strengthened the entire structure and stopped the famous bend and enter trick that had become so common.